right now, Honorable Minister will start giving us updates from government.
Well, thank you very much, and good morning to you, both you and Yasin, and good morning to the viewers, both in the Gambia and also those residing abroad. The first update is from the presidency. It's a message from the president on the passing of Pope Francis. As you are aware, the Roman Catholic community is mourning the passing of Pope Francis, who passed away yesterday on Easter Monday. And President Barrow extended heartfelt condolences to the Vatican and the global Roman Catholic community on the passing of His Holiness Pope Francis on Easter Monday. In the same vein, the President had earlier shared a message of peace, unity, and hope with the Gambian Christian community in celebration of the Easter weekend. The second update is from the Vice Presidency. It's important for the public to take note that His Excellency the Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jallow led a high-level Gambian delegation to the ECOWAS 50th anniversary celebration in Accra, Ghana. Key themes of this summit will focus on strengthening democratic governance, enhancing intra-African trade, but also at the same time promoting peace and security in the West African region. Now, another update is from Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health, with support from UNICEF and the World Health Organization, WHO, has officially validated the Gambia's mental health policy. This is very important. Recently, as you are aware, we've seen back-to-back cases of suicide, and some of these suicide cases can be linked to mental health issues. So it's important that we have this policy in place. This is a very comprehensive roadmap to address and ensure accessible, rights-based and people-centered mental health services, to promote ethical and inclusive health care delivery across the country. But also at the same time, we've also had updates from the Ministry of Higher Education, and this is important in promoting and also providing employment for young people. The Minister of Higher Education, Prof. Per Gomez, launched what he calls the Strategic Improvement Plan for 2 TVET centers of excellence, that is fisheries and agribusiness. This is very important. This is very innovative. It's supported by the World Bank and the RISE project, and it focuses on competency-based training, program modernization, infrastructure updates, industry linkages, entrepreneurship, and community engagement. I think these 2 TVET centers will be a game changer insofar as employment is concerned in this country. Also, the Minister of Defense had an important guest in the weekend in the passing of General Biram Diop, retired, the Minister of Defense from Senegal. He came on a 2-day working visit to visit his counterpart. And at the same time, also, the President, His Excellency, dispatched a consular mission to Mauritania, the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, to go and visit Gambians there, assess their living conditions, their welfare, but also to give them continued support. This is welcomed by the Gambian community in that country. And then finally, I think this is important for people to note as part of government's reforms, is the fact that the Minister of Public Service has really stopped the salaries of 1,424 staff after audits found out that they could not be accounted for. This is part of ongoing reforms to make the public service more efficient, more effective, but at the same time, more service-oriented. These are updates from government.
Yes, and when was this auditing conducted?
Well, it says that the exercise was done in 2024.
Okay.
Initially, it looked at 3 sectors, basic education, healthcare, and agriculture. But later, it was also, that was the first phase. The second phase was also done in December 2024, which was extended to the entire civil service, including the Gambia Armed Forces. In parallel, also, the government also undertook the pensions audit, or pensioners audit, and also a verification exercise of the database of deceased personnel. And this is key and crucial insofar as these reforms are concerned.
So what this speaks of is administrative failure. You know, we have institutions established, people are employed. If they are not there, at least there should be a system, there should be a database, there should be, a streamlined system that helps to avoid people receiving their salaries even when they are not when they are no more on their jobs?
Well, remember that might not. You might think that, but if you look at the sectors involved, basic education, health, agriculture, these are mostly field workers. Look at these sectors that you need to deploy this into the field, and sometimes the measures in the field are not that robust to know exactly who's not at work. That is why if you look at ministries like information, ministry like Amokdi, it's difficult because you come to the office. There's a PS who will not ascertain when you come to work, but these are field workers sent to remote places, and there's no system in place to ascertain whether you are there or not. So
and the fact that there is no system in place, then there's a failure.
There are systems, but not as robust enough. For example, you have field workers sent to the field.
Okay.
You cannot police all
But
these.
you have a station.
Let's look at the other end of it. Coin. Put the blame on those who are being dishonest in not going to work and receiving salary. It's
But
not
equally
about,
also we blame government.
no. What I'm saying is that yes, to some extent, systems should be in place, but it's difficult to put systems in, particularly for field workers. And particularly, they have supervisors, yes. If these supervisors on the report, government is not everywhere. So obviously, yes, that is why, for me, it's a good start. We know there's a problem, and we are finding a solution. That is why today we have biometric clocking systems in most MDAs, and we are putting systems in place by doing these audits. Now, what would have been catastrophic was that if this practice was ongoing, and yet we didn't solve it, but we've solved it. I mean, in every society, problems must happen for us to find solutions. Now we are finding solutions to this and we are stopping it. And I think this is a good step in the right direction that we are doing something about it. That's what is important.